Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Somebody smell like shit! Somebody smell like shit! Wait! Somebody smell like shit! No! Somebody smell like shit! Home free! Home free! Home free! Let go! Let go! That bit my tape, boy. You big, boy. Nigga in there doing push-ups. Well, I see you, boy. No, this Ray. That little Ray. Man, this ain't Ray. That little Ray. Hey, Ray. What the fuck, man? That little Ray. Hey. That little Ray. I love you, boy. God, hey, Ray got big as fuck, man. Hey, Ray cold on the field, too. Yeah. Hey, cold. The demon home, too, pussy. Demon home. Hey, cuz, are you still rapping? Got you.
We are back for another episode of Big Six Bands. Man, I was gonna do the slim build in it, but is this too like fools? Do you know what I'm saying? What was like, oh, that's a bit close. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit personal. Yeah. Is that one a bit up too close to personal? One of them ones. Bit personal. You know what I'm saying? Listen though, we are back for another episode of Big Six Bands. Listen, guys, I have been on a little bit of a break. You know what I'm saying? Been very busy outside of YouTube, but we are back. It is transfer season. And if you think you had enough of myself and Cass covering transfer news, then, well, prepare to be bombarded with, you're just going to see too much of this. We're here. It's the summer. This is where me and Cass get our inform cards. You know what I'm saying? Our team of the season cards on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, there's going to be plenty of coverage throughout the summer. If you didn't watch Never a Fast episode before, make sure you go back and watch that on the watch back as well, and make sure you tune into the watch backs through the link that we're going to be posting as well. But yeah, a lot of news to cover today. Here we go. It is official. Enzo Maresca has officially become the new head coach at Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Mascara. Yeah.
Wait, did you say Enzo arrest her? Wow. Wow.
I didn't say it. Wow. I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it.
Enzo Mascara.
Enzo Mascara. You know what I'm saying? The lash tech. You know what I'm saying?
We said it last stream as well, but Enzo molester. So boy, he's got them kids. He's got them kids at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying?
You got the young G's.
The young G's. Hey. You know, we all know it's a care home over there. So
you don't know
watch out, man. Watch out, man. Literally, B-Tech Pep went for his trim and all sorts. Like,
bro, it's crazy. But listen, people, all I'm going to say is that it's good to be back. I feel like you can never be away from the streaming for too long. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had the in-real live stream of Casey and Corey. So go make sure you go check that out. That got incredibly heated as well. So make sure you go check that out. I'm obviously joined by Never a Fouls finest, the partner in crime, Cass, and obviously I'm joined by Welks as well. He's decided to jump in, so I appreciate you guys. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the video. Make sure you smash the like button as well. Let's try to get to about 150 likes for this one. And of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. Let's get to 10K. Thank you so much for 9.5K people as well. We're now on the road to 9.6, so about 70 away. So let's make it happen. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the news. Big up everyone in the chat. Enzo. Obviously, it was supposed to be Summerville and Onana first, but we'll get to those in a second. Enzo, you know what I'm saying? The Enzo, the road. Let's talk about this lash tech, man. Let's talk about the lash tech in charge that these man got in it. Let's talk about the lash tech. So, so I want to come to you first before we go over. Do you remember the Vim when our manager, Arne Slot, when Arnie got approached? Announced. Do you remember the laughter from the Chelsea fan base? The laughter, the energy that was shown, the names he was being called. Don't you think it's just funny about these full circle moments? These full circle moments tend to happen quite a lot. And to see Chelsea go from Poch to Enzo Maresca, for me, now I'm not saying it's not going to work out, but don't you think it's just funny to go and laugh at a manager like Slot and then bring in Maresca? Don't you think there's just some irony in?
Yeah, bare bizarre, bro. Bare bizarre. I know, like, obviously, like Chez said it on Never Foul, bro. He's burnt inside, bro. He's burnt inside. But he's burnt inside. And, bro, rightly so, because they try to disrespect our new gaffer, and he's got credentials in the back. Yes, he won, obviously, the championship and them things there. But I think it's just, like you said, it's just a cheat from these man, bro. And look, from Pochettino, through where all the managers that they gave, you know when they were trying to say, yeah, it might be Zerbi. Yeah. Or it might be Hansi Flick. Well, Hansi Flick has gone to Barcelona. Bear in mind, when he's at Bayern Munich, popped them, 8-2? And now you got, what's his name? De Zerbi, he's still, I don't know what's going on with De Zerbi at this moment, bro. And then to go down to him, listen.
Bro, how about this? Man aren't even saying it's a 5 year contract. They're saying it's a 5-year sentence.
Yeah, that is the bizarre thing. That one is crazy.
You know what? Big up Graham. I don't know if Graham's in here. Graham come up. Big up Graham, yeah. You know what, yeah? See, Big Six Bands community is typically the one that comes up with all the names, yeah? But big up Graham. That's a NAF exclusive, you know. Graham's a funny guy.
Now, it's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. And I'm glad to be doing it again. So, chat, get creative. You see Enzo Maresca? Get creative. I want to hear all the slander names. I want to hear all of them today. Yeah, I know you lot have been waiting with your pens and papers in the chat for a while because I ain't told you not to get creative. But now's the time to get creative. Rope. You know what I'm saying? Because man, we're chatting. These man went from Sarri to Conte to Tuchel to Potter to Poch and now to Enzo. And being linked to guys like Thomas the Frank Engine and that.
Don't forget to take the caretaker manager as well, bro. He was there as well. That little caretaker manager, that little baldy as well. That you remember we faced him in the Liverpool. Yeah, we faced my man. He was a little caretaker manager as well, interim or whatever. He was there for a bit as well. But look at the list that you man said. Look at the list that you said all the way down to my man. Man said Pep B-Tech.
Enzo Mufasa, that's crazy. That's crazy.
No, Mustafa's got fit in the back though. I rate Mustafa. You can't do it. Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Enzo Mosquito, that's the one. It's gonna get slapped.
Enzo Mosquito. Enzo Mosquito. That's the one. That's the one. I like that.
And the fact is gonna get slapped. You can say, oh yeah. I like that. Man said they got a pretty sparking.
It's killing me because guess what? I was pissed off because my manager's balled. So now, like this picture can get used for my manager, innit? You man know which picture.
You're gonna do that one, Monts.
You man know which picture. You man know this is how but now it can get used for Enzo. This can get used for Enzo now. Now anyone can hold that one now.
That picture is just too crazy. It's too nuts. It's too crazy.
If Chelsea get bopped opening day, this is going as the background. It's going as the BSP background. That's the BSP background, isn't it? It is what it is, isn't it?
You know what, Monts, yeah? Send me that picture, yeah. I might be able to put in this background. How about that? Oh, cut it out. I'll put it in the background. I'll put it somewhere. Don't worry. You know what?
This is wild, though. This is fucking wild.
Bro.
That is wild.
Bro, it's not even like a photo edit. Like, I want to know what happened, what's the occasion, like what's going on. I need context, bro, because this picture is crazy.
There's no context, man. I don't think I want to know the context.
Getting slapped. Nah.
Broski, I don't think I want to know the context in it. Boy, I don't know. I don't want to know the context of this.
No, because why is man on the floor like this, though?
Bro, like, why is he that? Wait, why is he looking middle-aged and not flexible? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?
Construction workers? Why is it construction workers, bro?
What of all of this is genuinely being? There's genuine interest. Like,
bro,
there's genuine interest. You know what's funny? Like, I remember someone say, I think City must have got bopped by someone, and someone tweeted Pep's highlights versus someone. That's where I found that.
I remember that. It had me in stitches.
Alright, listen. If anyone actually knows, Enzo does actually play a nice possession style of football. But does anyone here actually think he's able to translate that Does anyone think that's going to translate not only to a Premier League team, but a traditional Big Six Premier League team? Because let's be honest, I said this on Never a Foul. I would have thought like a Brighton would have gone for my man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Good football, De Zerbi kind of replacement. Do you know, like McKenna, Enzo, which one's going to go to Brighton type of thing?
And people keep, yeah. The thing is, people actually believe that he plays like, bro. His football's nuts. You know, when I deep it, I'm just trying to deep it now. Like, when I'm trying to tell you, Chelsea, he don't play with a 10. He doesn't. He don't.
Because Dewsbury Hall goes right sometimes to the wings and
He
stuff.
drifts out wide. Yeah.
No, he just out wide left. He's got. So his main three in the middle, is Harry Winks. Yeah, this is what we're gonna go off. Yeah, Harry Winks, Ndidi, and Dewsbury Hall. Then sometimes he plays with three at the back, and just like what we've seen with Gusto's Cucurella, which will suit, he inverted Pereira this year. So in positional play, he'll invert Pereira. Then one of the left centre mids or right centre mids or side will go further up on the field to create an overload, which is normal. So you've got a 3-3, whatever else you want to go up front, but it's not a 10. It might actually suit Cole Palmer. So that could well be happening, but it'll be interesting who he has as that right midfielder. That's what I was trying to say about the Elise. The Elise stuff could work, but he's gonna have someone that wants to tuck out wide as like a playmaker, and maybe that could be Madueke. I think he's got a lot of players do suit Maresca's type. Like I think he's got a lot of players that do suit it, but he doesn't play with a roaming 10. That's something he doesn't do because it gives away possession too much, just in case they do get tackled. It's a bit too. Would you say a 4-2-3-1 these days are a bit rigid?
I think it depends how you run the 4-2-3-1 because 4-2-3-1 can be played in a pragmatic way, like a really pragmatic way.
It kind of is more pragmatic these days, isn't it? You know, I don't know. It's the 10. The 10.
No, but you could also play in a high. You can also use it with a high line and try and camp the team in their half with that formation.
Yeah, of course you can.
And that's Xabi Alonso. Look at the way he used Florian Ritz as well in that sort of 10.
Even Vert's didn't play in 10. Have you not noticed the new 10 is more like a left forward, right forward these days?
Yeah. Like what Coutinho used to do remember we played 4-2-3-1.
Coutinho, Sturridge and Sterling.
Yeah, and the Origi sometimes as well. And Lallana would be in there as well.
Was it Sterling? Was that the one? Was it Suarez?
It depends what year you're going with. Are you going with Rodgers' 13-14 was if you're going with Sturridge. It was Coutinho was used as a second striker and Sterling was played up top while Sturridge was injured.
And Sturridge on the right, Suarez in the middle, Coutinho on the left. Ooh.
Yeah. So bro, even Poch did it with Eriksen.
Yeah, he did. But he had him. That was a weird one, to be fair. Eriksen, he had him like.
I'm pretty sure Ozil played off the right sometimes as well, like very much inverted off the right.
That's true. Ed, Lam, and Ram.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't man said battle of the boards. Everyone's just copying a board manager, like everyone's just copying. Get yours now, type beat. You know what I'm saying? Imagine Arteta went just shaved this thing off, pause, like just shaved it all off and that. It's mad. But just generally speaking, like when you're looking at the formation that they play, do you reckon, because they want a possession-based manager, right?
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, I wouldn't actually call Maresca a possession-based manager. Like, he kind of reminds his philosophy. Bro, when I tell you now, his style is so similar to Ten Hag's, it's unreal. But the thing is, what he doesn't do is abandon like the midfield. He always has his free sitting, not too going far, because his whole thing is build up from deeper play, right? He likes his number 8s being threats as well. Like Ten Hag would want his 8s. That's why you see Kobe Mainoo and technically, let's say Bruno Fernandes go so far up the pitch, right? And he wants to create an overload, isn't it? And that's it. Like a lot of the time, you're gonna need a fit team to do this if he wants to do the style that he wants. But it's so similar to Ten Hag's, and that's.
I think he'll suit Chelsea. I think he'll suit Chelsea as well, because I think he's personally, I think he's a good appointment. You know, fighting on our side, isn't it? I watched a bit of him last season because I remember Harry Winks went there, And I think he revived Harry Winks' sort of career, because remember, Harry Winks was on a sort of decline, and then he sort of revived Harry Winks' sort of career kind of thing. So I think the likes, I think it's not like a too crazy of a name, but also I think it's decent enough where, okay, you've done well with Leicester, now come to Chelsea and sort of build this sort of young prospect team. Now understanding about 5 years. If you've got young players, you can build them up to a sort of consistent sort of football.
When I tell you, we might see the evolution of Reece James inverting, which will produce injury as well for him, so he doesn't need to do the bombing up. Remember, Reece James used to be a DM, you know.
Yeah.
You're going to see Reece James. I guarantee he won't like. I guarantee he probably won't like Cucurella doing that in role. He'll probably get Reece James if you're going off Leicester. Because if you got Harry Winks, I think of Enzo Fernandez. If I think of someone like Ndidi, I think of Caicedo. When I think of someone like Pereira, who's in the middle, who's very capable, who has inverted, you think of someone as agile as Reece James, who can keep the ball ticking. There you go. Do you know what I mean? Cucurella is left centre back. Left centre back, you could have a Cucurella. Like you could see that maybe with two other centre backs. Fofana might be useful potentially, but that's if he can stay fit. Reece James, if he can stay fit, they actually got the players to suit what he wants to do. It actually might be, you know, when I deep it, I can see why they probably went for him in a way.
Would you not just play James in midfield then?
Well, technically, just be inverted, isn't it? That's if you want to go with that route.
Are they inverted him because Sevilla has his deficiencies as well? Wouldn't you just say for someone like Reece James who always gets probably injured, is it not safe for him just to probably play in that sort of deep line midfield?
I would say so. I would say so. Yeah.
Because you remember at Wigan, he played in midfield. He wasn't, obviously at times he played at right back, but there was times at Wigan he played in midfield. And he was creating from midfield. Because people forget that I rate Reece James is cold. Reece James is cold, bro. I rate him highly. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think he would have had the same so I wasn't mad when they was comparing him to Trent because he's generally cold. But I think with Reece James, I think he can create from that sort of deep line midfield. So I would put Reece James. I think they needed another centre back, and I think they can play Gusto. Because Gusto can play with the flanks as well. So
I'll be honest, I kind of, I kind of disagree a little bit because I've looked at the formations that he's used over the last back end of the season, and he's actually gone to a 4-3-3, and he's played Dewsbury Hall as an advanced left attacking mid.
Yeah, 4-3-3, 3-3, whatever you want to call it, 3-1-4-2, maybe if you want to call it that. 4,
Yeah, that's
deep into low, bro. That's what I said. It's exact.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
That's 10. That's 10 up, bro. That's 10 up.
No, okay. There's similarities. I wouldn't say that's 10 hard in it, but I'm saying I think with what he's going to be doing, I feel like maybe on paper it will be a 4-3-3, but I don't know if he's 100% going to run the 4-2-3-1 upon walking into Chelsea Football Club. No, I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll look and try and utilize, because if he's playing Harry Winks the way he plays Harry Winks, he's probably going to use that profile to try and utilize Lavia.
But I can see why they want to go get someone like an Edison, because if you think of a Dewsbury Hall type profile, if it is to be that case,
he's got
for the Chelsea. Yeah, he's got feet, but then
4-3-3 is the mainstay now. Like that's the new. You know, back in the day it was a 4-4-2. Are you saying that 4-3-3 now is the?
It's been.
4-3-3 been one of the main. That's like your basic formation these days. But it's just because 4-3-3 could be manipulated in loads of different ways. But I'm saying, but obviously Maresca's a 4-2-3-1 guy. But I'm just saying he's used the 4-3-3 to the back end of the season, and he's used it very well. Like I'm looking at it now, like the 4-2-3-1 was actually starting to dry up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely one thing I think I can see about Maresca just by looking and doing a bit of research, that he is quite versatile. He is quite versatile as a manager. I don't think he's just rigid to one type of style.
No, he's not. You can't be a Pep disciple, in my opinion, like Ten Hag, whoever you want to call.
Yeah, because he was a Pep in 2022, innit?
Yeah, last year basically. Well, technically, yeah. But you can't be a Pep disciple and be prolonged to doing some one rigid style. There's no chance. Not in my opinion, anyways.
No, it's true. It's true. I feel like obviously I've got a poll up in it, and I've gone, is Maresca a good appointment, a bad appointment, or not great, but I'll take? And more have said bad. More have said bad than good.
But Chelsea are no position to say if it's good or bad or not. Listen, you might be dusty. You might be dusting for time. So you are in no position to try to say whether or not this is a good appointment or not. Of course, there was managers out there you could have think to yourself, cool, this is what I would have liked. But Hansi Flick, I would have probably said, if he went to Chelsea, he would have probably done 2 years, 3 years, then would have probably dipped. De Zerbi, yes, maybe. I don't know what's going on with sort of De Zerbi. And I find it strange with De Zerbi because don't you think that all the Italian managers, especially no one, like obviously in Italy now, there's a lot of manager America around there. No one's really asked of De Zerbi as well. So that's I find that a bit strange. Like no one's asking De Zerbi to go back to Italy. But then no one's actually picking up De Zerbi as well. So I find it a bit strange. I think something's going on behind the scenes with De Zerbi. Yes, he might be going to Man United. Who knows? But I think there's something strange about De Zerbi. So I think this is the best appointment that you can get, and I think you just gotta trust the process with this one. But looking at his credentials, I think this is something that's good. I think this is good for sort of Chelsea, and I think not only for Chelsea, I think this is good for the type of players that he has now. Let's say you had like the elite sort of type of players, they maybe can have a handsy flick. But you can see they've got a lot of young prospect there, bro. Take this manager, bro. Take this manager. You wouldn't want a handsy.
Well, the whole point of their appointment was probably around developing youth. Like,
exactly.
That's his whole persona. That's where I think that's Chelsea's direction. How much can you develop these youth and bring out the best of their potential? Like, I think he's got a relationship with Joe Shields as well, who recommended him. Joe Shields got good. He's clearly Joe Shields is a name in football that should be probably respected. At this point, if that's the case, he's helping a lot behind the scenes. But surely, this I don't know. Like when I think of their appointments upstairs, I still don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like I think there's more to it.
We was meant to win the Europa League. We didn't win.
This is all great, like the players he's got, but I want to know more about Chelsea trying to sort out their medical side of things. You know, the medical team, a bit like Man United. Like, why has there been so many injuries? I think a lot of that. Maybe
Cucurella, Enzo. Enzo has been playing with an injury as well. Carney Chukwuemeka as well got injured as well. Who else can I say? Nicholas Jackson was the only one I would say, and probably Cole Palmer. Sterling got benched. Who else is it? I think they even had did I say Rashid? Yes.
They've had a lot of injuries. Like that. Everyone. It's just about you can make an 11. You can make a bad boy 11 out of the injured 11.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you deep it.
Ed says for a very inexperienced gaffer, I think someone like Maresca would have been a better decision if they had no Europe. Because now the demand is they must win the Conference League. Conference League Chelsea's crazy though.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That Conference League.
No, I think it's good for a manager. I think it's good for a manager. Once you get stuff like that, see, this is one thing I must like about this Conference League when it adds like these sort of competitions. If you're a new manager, inexperienced, these type of situations, like competitions are good for the managers, bro. If you can get a winning sort of mentality and a team to lift silver, wherever the silverware may be, where you rank it, whether you say it's underachieving or overachieving, I think for a manager, it's very good. It's very good to implement your style of play, utilize different types of play because the pressure's off. That's what I expected more from Jurgen Klopp to do with the Europa League. But obviously, I think for Chelsea, I think definitely is this for the manager and for the players that he has. Because you can't think of Chelsea. Chelsea's the club. But
they're going to forfeit.
Sorry?
They'll end up forfeiting it. I don't think they're going to enter it.
Yeah, come on. Well, at least go far. I'm not saying to win it. I'm not going to give that sort of pressure to Chelsea.
No. I mean, they're going to forfeit. I mean, I do believe they're going to forfeit because of the comply. Like my man said it. I was going to say anyways, because to comply with Europeans, the Europe's like effort, they call it their financial fair play and all that kind of stuff. The whole point of why they spent so much and sold as much as they can and trying to sell up hotels is to comply. To balance that within the third, fourth year, basically, when they can, which is probably this year. I don't think, and when you go into Conference League, it limits you heavily more than you think, like than the Europa League. That's why I say go and educate like on these sort of things through Twitter and like Swedish Ramble, and all this kind of stuff. I do believe they'll be fine financially, but in my opinion, I don't think Chelsea need this competition at all.
Yeah,
I don't believe they need it at all. See, this is why I said to Monshare, if Man United got it, I would want to forfeit as well. I think it's embarrassing. I'm not trying to travel. I'm not trying to see my team playing Estonia, Kazakhstan.
Could you even say it's a punishment?
Huh? Bro. It just seems like you have to go to the depths of Eastern Europe at this point. Like that's how it comes across. Bun that. Like I'll be like, nah, man. I think it will probably provide more injury than anything because of the level of field that they're going to be playing on and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. I don't know. It's going to be decided at some point. But with Chelsea, I think they should. I think they should focus. I think because they got Europe. Europe obviously alters your league position more time, right? more time or less. Even that Villa nearly fumbled it, and they got a really good squad, right? I just think it's just exactly what most Ed said, extra level of pressure that he doesn't need. I think they can focus on building what they built off this season from finishing was it 6th? I think they can build off something like that, and I think they can, and then put themselves into a Champions League spot. That's the way I look at it. And I know places provides competition and players in a team, they want to rotate, they got a lot of people, but this is where you want people to fight for their place at the same time. You know, who's going to push them all the way? I don't know. I don't think Chelsea need this competition whatsoever. I think I wouldn't want it either. I think it's allow it.
Bro, they don't need the competition. They absolutely don't. But what I'd say is, do
you remember Liverpool? You forfeited a competition time ago. Do you remember? It was the Europa League back in the day.
I don't remember. I don't even remember that. How about that?
Yeah, about 10 years ago. I think it was under Rodgers. I'm pretty sure it was.
Don't even remember, bro. That's how. Yeah, I don't even recall. What I'll say, like, just to kind of seal off the Chelsea kind of thing, like, this is the question for the chat. What will the expectation be for Chelsea this season? What will the expectation be? This is I feel like that's the
this is the golden question, isn't it? This is the golden question, and I want people
like, is it another reset? Like, is it another they get a free hit, like another free hit?
You know what it is? I want to hear what people in the chat has to say, especially Chelsea fans, anyways, because I think their expectation, they have a feel for their club more than we do. But from an outside perspective, looking in, right? I think if they do up one game a season, one game per week, I think top 4 should be the minimal push. I think you can't spend that much money. I believe they're going to spend more money on better players, the correct positions. I think they can definitely get top 4, but at the same time, it's a risk because we don't know what this manager can provide. At the same time, he's not proven, but yeah, that's the conflicting thing right now.
This is my point. Like, I know he's gonna have his own window. He's gonna have his own window. He's gonna bring in a few of his own.
The minimum.
Let's
hear me out. The minimum for Chelsea should be a domestic trophy. The minimum, the bare minimum for that football club.
Do you expect him to win a trophy first season? A manager whose first, it's going to be his first job at a top side in the Premier League, his first job in the Premier League, and Chelsea must win a trophy.
I think that should be the
players that they've got already.
The players that they got, the standard of the club, the standard of the fans. I would, if I was them, let's say it was top 5 and a trophy, I think that's very, very successful in my opinion. Even if it's 6th or 5th, if they can provide even a Carabao or a thingy, I think that's something great to build off of for them. In my opinion, I think that's successful for a Chelsea season. But will Chelsea fans like that? Probably not. Are they going to make top 4? I think, well, most teams are in their little, you can say Liverpool are further ahead. I think they're going to be up there. They've got good players. They've got Van Dijk and Salah, right? I think the top 3 kind of speaks for itself. But then it's going to be a battle, right? I think there's a part reset, but not too much of a reset, because we'll see if Poch actually provided tactics or not, right? We'll see if that was really the case, or is it really the players playing? Do you get what I mean? So I think if they can get top 4 and no trophy, that's fine. But I think Chelsea fans want to see a cup run. Like, let's see if this manager can provide a cup run, because he's won the league. He's won probably one of the hardest competitions in the Championship, providing Leicester have the most money to spend pretty much, other than Southampton, maybe and they got a lot of experience in their side to go further forward. A little bit of a cheat code in a way, but at the same time, we need to see what this guy's all about, innit? Because if you get knocked out early from cups,
I just think, you know what it is? I like to say, top 4, but then again, this Chelsea side this season under Poch were nowhere near the top 4. Granted, how they started the season, they had one, and do you know what everyone also seems to forget, Kaz?
Bro, do you know how many points they finished off Villa?
Hold on, Kaz. Do you know what people seem to forget last season that no one speaks about? Chelsea played one game a week, you know.
True.
They played one game a week.
Take
that in.
If I provide more argument, Unai Emery has to play Champions League this year. If he was a bit further forward in the competition, they could find themselves knocked out early.
Villa were playing in Europe. Villa were playing in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? United actually, as bad as United were playing in Europe, stayed in cup competitions to a decent amount in a decent run.
But deep it. Chelsea finished 5 points off Aston Villa. That's how much Europe can really alter your season in moments, points wise.
Yeah, exactly. So this is why I say I think top 4 is even a bit too much for Chelsea. I think top four because it's. I think you're going off. It's Chelsea Football Club.
No,
manager saying top four on the
but
trophy.
deep, they're linked with man like Osimhen and that. Like, what am I meant to give them? Like, am I meant to believe this sort of super team? You got the most expensive player of all time in your squad. I'm not deep, and I hear it. Money's money and quality's quality. But Chelsea fans, like Ches was just saying, looked at when you compare it to Man United, and even Welk said it. The quality that Chelsea have on show. Yeah, everyone's back. They got Reece James, Cucurella's on some good form. They're probably going to buy a keeper. They're looking at a keeper. They're looking to buy some sort of winger anyways, whether it's left wing, right wing, or someone that can do both, and a striker, right? And maybe another midfielder. They might get 4 signings in, right? We got to deep it. Yeah. The sort of man that they've got, right? It's great building everything, but there has to be a level of expectation for someone to deliver. It's not about stability. They've already finished 5th of Poch this year, and the contract and the conflicting thing is, can they build off of that? Because if not, then that choice goes to show it was completely wrong. That goes to show if they finish 5th or 6th or below, that's completely wrong, Mons. Deep,
Jay, bro, I think if they finish, for me, first season new manager, I don't want to give Chelsea a free hit. I'm the last guy that wants to give these men a free hit, and that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that if you look at how every team, look, Man United are probably going to improve a little bit next season. You know, I think Aston Villa, even though they're in the Champions League, I don't think they're gonna stagnate as much as people say they're gonna stagnate. Genuinely, because a lot of those players can play in Europe. And I think the squad just needs to improve a little bit. And I think Villa are going to go and do that, especially with the injuries. Villa have had some injuries. Buendia, Tyrone Mings. These guys are guys that probably were in the starting 11.
Yeah.
Diego Carlos wasn't fit for much of the season.
They just signed. They just and already
played his way. I'm just saying, Tielemans has played his way into becoming an actual consideration. Tielemans is now a consideration now, even though he was a forgotten man. There are players on the fringe of that squad who had long-term injuries that can definitely come in on top of new signings. So that's Villa's thing. United obviously have won a cup. I'm not saying United are going to transcend, but bro, like we're now going to see what this Ineos thing's really about. What United do going forward. You know, I just think, yes, Chelsea could improve, but others will improve around them. And that's not good for Chelsea. Is Ange going to get back? And if he does, remember, Spurs need squad depth. They need that shit. And if they get that sorted, where does this all leave Chelsea, bro? With a new manager who's not managing. You know what I'm saying? It's not so much about Chelsea. It's about the Premier League standard around them. Are they going to be able to cope with that?
See, I don't think Tottenham are too far off of. I mean, Chelsea are too far off what Tottenham did at all. I don't think there's a difference. I actually believe Chelsea got a much better squad. The thing is, like I said, if they finish 6th or below, that then already that's horrible. That goes to show it's gone backwards again, because there's no way you can put another investment on this current team that's balling out at this moment of time, that's finished very strong. Put an Osimhen in there, put a couple extra man that's meant to be better upgrades, and then finish further below. That's not a free hit. There needs to be expectation from fans this season, regardless of his first season, and it's going to be, oh, trust the guy. Chelsea fans have no patience, bro. Zero patience with these things, with these managers. You have to provide something so they can actually see. Is it the players? Is the manager? But there has to be expectation. I think they can make top 4 this year. I think they got a better squad than Tottenham. Ange was unknown as well before he came in, but he had a lot more experience, understood. But am I meant to believe that they got a better team than Chelsea? No, I don't think so. They still got man like flipping who's that guy? Oliver Skip, who I did like, and I'm not too sure he's ever going to hit those heights. So Aston Villa being in Europe, etc., etc. Newcastle, yet to see, watch this space, I suppose, with them lot. Man United, watch this space. They're not, as we said, we're not as good as them in quality. The gap in qualities is night and day at this moment of time. So really and truly, it's all to fight for. And maybe 5th gets you an extra Champions League spot, but I think they can get Champions League. I think Chelsea fans need to expect Champions League. I think again, it's the bare minimum for at this point.
I don't have a problem with their expectations, bro. I'm just saying, and again, they spent with the money they've spent, and you know, 2 years under the new ownership. I know it sounds mad, even saying, "Oh, like maybe Chelsea shouldn't get this." But where I differ is that, Kaz, and you know me, I don't think Chelsea's squad is as good as I personally don't think their squad is as good as people say they are. I don't think that's my opinion. I don't think Chelsea's team on paper, like the actual players, are as good as people say they are. Personally, for me, I think there's more mediocrity in that squad than quality. Yeah, that's just my genuine opinion. I think with the amount of managers and the change that they've gone through, if the players were that good, we would have seen something from now. I don't think Man United are that good, but guess what? Good players know how to win games if you are individuals. Players know how to win games, bro. How many times have Chelsea not known how to win games? How many times have we seen it? How many times? It's so many times this season. So many times. United are crap. They also have a crap manager. But
how long? How long?
Find the way, bro. Man, and I'm not saying that's the be all and end all. So that's just my opinion on the Chelsea quality. I don't like. Listen, Tottenham squad isn't as good as Chelsea's squad. I don't think. But so, that's not to say that Tottenham squad are even that good. It's not like, you know what I'm saying. I think Tottenham's starting 11 is better than Chelsea's. I think they're starting 11. Like when Tottenham have everyone fit, I think it's a little bit better than Chelsea's in my opinion.
It seems more balanced. That's why.
It's more balanced. It doesn't. Maybe Chelsea have probably better individuals. There's certain individuals that you'd pluck in, but for me, I don't know in it. Listen, there's 181 people in the house right now. But I feel like we are on. We're only on 68 likes. So people, make sure we're smashing the like button. The like total today that we're trying to get to in the stream is 125 likes. Remember, the like button has changed on YouTube. It is now over there on the side. You have to close the chat and click the like button that way and hit the thumbs up button. That is how you click the like button. So make sure if you haven't already, that you need to do that and get us to 125 likes. We're pretty much halfway there. So let's get that done. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 9.6K. So let's make that happen. We're 69 subscribers. There's also 169 people. There's 69 subscribers there as well. 69 subscribers away as well. So let's make that happen. And of course, make sure you subscribe to Never a Foul. It's in the title and tune into the watch.
Oh yeah, shameless plug. I said it. If you wasn't there last stream, this is where we're gonna do the watch alongs. Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. So it takes 2 seconds to sign up. Every man who's got an account here has got an email, and everyone that's got put a referral code is so it can just follow me straight away. Yeah, we're talking generational head loss time. But up to you, man.
Of course. But we are going to move on from Maresca. The last question I'll ask for the chat, just so you guys can let me know in the chat. Just put a yes or a no, whether you think. I know it's in the poll as well, but for those of you who haven't voted in the poll, just drop a number where you think Chelsea are going to finish. Drop a number, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Drop a number. I want every single person in the chat to chime in and get involved. Drop a number in the chat where you guys think Chelsea will finish next season as it stands in caps, by the way. So let's move on. Amadou Onana. Few loose sources. Amadou Onana from Everton. He is on Arsenal's radar. Arsenal are interested in the player. Looking like a possible Thomas Partey replacement to either possibly push Rice forward into the 8 or to rotate with Jorginho with Rice, or to even just go as a lone 6 and develop him as he's still a young-ish player. Now, obviously, I don't know if you guys remember, Onana was actually linked to Arsenal in January, and there was a lot of talk because remember, Caicedo was also linked last January. You know, the previous January. Remember, Caicedo was linked with that, and that whole thing happened as well. With Onana playing in Arsenal, because you know Onana's not that bad technically. Like, he's not a donkey. Like, he can kick ball. I don't think he's crazy good. I think he did get overhyped at a certain point. But what's kind of everyone's thoughts on Onana to Arsenal? Like, I know the Guy Mariah stuff's looking interesting as well.
Rigid.
You think because they're already defensively sound? I think he would. Do you reckon he'd make them mad defensively sound if they ever wanted to play that way as well? Like,
his ball recoveries are top. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Everything else, bro.
Do you reckon this is maybe to help Odegaard get even more forward, to give him more freedom? Because these are signings to give Odegaard more freedom.
I hear it. Just we're always talking about, but I don't understand. Like we're crying. We're always talking about how much they miss Xhaka, that sort of profile player. Sort of profile. We already said how defensive sound. They got a Declan Rice that can either play 8 or 6. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't. I say it time and time again. I don't rate him, man. Just think he's a better version of McTominay. Like, same kind of height. You know, he's a lot stronger than him. Don't get me wrong. It's just McTominay is like the very much BB tech of him, like triple B tech version of him. They just prefer getting forward. It could work. Do I think it moves the needle? No. Okay. It doesn't. We're talking game changers. Is he a game changer?
are we gonna not speak? Are we not gonna take into consideration Arteta's reputation for making players better?
Yeah, but then I can make. I like that idea. I like the consensus around that. But then I can probably throw it a lot of players.
They're trying to push it onto the Rashford thing right now.
Yeah, but then I can say, okay, has he made Emil Smith Rowe better? No. Has he made Fabio Vieira better? No. Has he made Reece Nelson any better? No. There's a lot of players that he hasn't made better either. So see that whole consensus is just through Kai Havertz. If we're deep in it, maybe a Declan Rice who's.
What if we're looking at a squad player?
Yeah, but I don't think he does well with squad players. Like, does he really rotate? The most things that he really rotates, let's be real, is either.
Or maybe he doesn't trust the rotation players. Because
there is that. But for me, he's not that guy. He's not. For me, he's just not that guy. And I know there's a lot to room to improve on with this game. And for a big guy, he's decent. But final ball, not there. He's just like an agile Fellaini, isn't it?
There for the final ball, though. Is he there for? He's not there for the final ball.
Like we're talking about who guys on the pitch, but who move the needle. They're asking for something silly for him, like 65, 70 million, right? When you can go get Bruno Gomes right there. I don't want to spend the extra. I'll be real. You don't need these clunky players. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it would make the team very balanced, but then it would make sense if you go get someone like a Marcus Rashford, maybe then, because then he can cover more ground. Because if you go get a Marcus Rashford, a proper like on his day top left winger who can actually change a game on his head, they wouldn't have to worry defensively with Onana there. Height, don't have to worry about that. They're already good at set pieces. So can you imagine? Can you imagine how much better they would be with him? I hear that. It's a different option, but for the price.
Price.
Nah.
What are they quoting? I don't need to. Let me double check what they're quoting about.
That's 70 million. They want 80 million for Jared Branthwaite, and they want enough for like 70 million for Onana if anyone comes in. From what I read.
That's what Everton. Yeah, because that's what Everton are quoting him at 70 million.
Yeah.
How old is Onana? Is he 23? 23.
About 23. Must be, yeah.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he's like 23.
I just, you know what it is, people, yeah. I think
22. He's 22.
I think of Champions League. Who makes you stand up on your seat? Who's
7 a.m. is a bit mad. That must be an age thing, innit?
Do you know what I mean when I say stuff like this? Yeah, I need people to understand, especially ones that are a bit older, like us once, yeah, or even older, even further than us. When I think of names on the team sheet, when I think like, like you look at, remember last year's City, they got Gundogan starting, Rodri, and then there's a KDB like, yeah, that's a bit mad in Champions League. When you even thought about Inter Milan when they had Barella, who's still there, then they had Brozovic, and whoever else they might have in central midfield, you might have let them down, to be fair. Like Chanoglu. You're like, that's saucy. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to worry about yourself today. Onana is not that guy who makes me think I'm gonna worry about today. And you know what it is? It's just Arsenal need to stop focusing on potential. You've got a young enough squad, right?
He does have potential though. That I can see.
Yeah. But we need to. I think we got so used to as fans getting used to like drawn into the potential of what a player could be. When you're a team like Arsenal, Man United, not now Man United or whatever, Liverpool, you need to think of what's good right now. What's going to move the needle right now as it stands? Someone like Frankie de Jong moves the needle for them, in my opinion. Someone that can play 6 or 8 and can drive and is very good at. You can't really get the ball off him. Some people are not actually mad fans of him. Bruno Gomes, he hasn't been around for that long, but he moves the needle. He's a game changer. He makes the difference. Yeah. He can do more than exactly. And you think he's already been in chance before. I think under Leon maybe. Paqueta, someone like that. You think like, don't get me wrong. I know there's a lot of issues surrounding him right now, but I wouldn't even like players like that move the needle to the point.
He's just got sheer quality in it. That's all I'm thinking about. Is quality in it.
Place, if you want to get someone, it's because you want to shift someone out of their spot right now. Onana doesn't shift someone out of that first team spot or makes them think twice of that spot. So I feel like they need someone that's a statement and someone that's already proven right now, not potential. We've seen so many potentials. I'm just using Paqueta as a what's it called, by the way, as an example. There's many sentiments you could say, and I just don't know, man. I just feel like they need something that's already proven right now, and I don't think Onana's it. And it sounds great on paper, maybe as balance, but I'm thinking of: are you going to win the Premier League? Or are you going to get far in the Champions League? That's it.
I mean, with Partey going, wouldn't you want someone who can develop into his type of archetype of player? I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Onana cannot develop into a Partey. Not a chance. Not a chance. Partey's press resistant. Onana's, he can get out of situations a little bit. Don't get me wrong, but it's not about developing, bro. They talk about winning the league. Arsenal fans, you lot want to win the league, yeah? We cost them for not winning the league, right? Why we want to know about turning a player? Go get something now, so you can go and do that. Because otherwise, why are you looking? Arsenal don't need to look what's going to be good in 2, 3, 4 years. They need to look at what's right in front of them and what they can take. That's the issue. That's why I believe, as much as Havertz was pretty much a success this season, but that was the whole question around it at the start of the season. That's a risk. That's just I just don't.
You're saying Arsenal can't afford to take any more risks.
I don't think so. If Pep is to leave Manchester City, look, it's great he's going to leave for the rival fans' perspective, but simply, would you not want, as a manager, especially as a manager who's been his number 2, his student, want to beat him at the same time? It's not about when he leaves. What about now, today? That's how I look. That's where my mentality is at. Go get Barella. Go get De Jong. Go get someone who's already at a prime age, 27, 28, 26 even, maybe even 25. There's a lot of players out there, man. There's a lot of players. We talk about them even getting someone like a Kimmich. We're talking a winner. We're talking pure baller. Someone that is going to make the difference and change the game on its head. Someone that can cover at right back as well. That might be someone suited to them. So it could. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that Kimmich is going to say yes, but at this moment of time, Arsenal was such a good outfit that even they struggled at what's it called, that Champions League. I'm pretty sure he respects them enough to be like, oh, I want a new challenge. Maybe.
I'm on the fence with Onana, and I feel like I know a lot of people are saying it's underwhelming. I'm on the fence with Onana. I think at the age of 22, coming into an Arsenal side, I think there's definitely room for development, and I think Arteta does have the opportunity, and I think Arteta does have the nous to kind of to draw that potential from him. But what I would say though is that, again, his trust in squad players. You know, it took him a long time to go and play Jorginho. A long time. Maybe, I think, a little bit too late. I think there were games this season where if Jorginho was trusted a bit earlier, you know, we're looking at a few more wins, getting them over the line, possibly. Obviously, looking back at hindsight, you know. But at the same time, if you do see what he's done with players like Kai Havertz, you look at and go, as a possibility. I think if you're keeping him as a squad player, 70 million is too much. I think it also looks at how much they're willing to pay for him. I think if he's a player in Arsenal's squad, I think he'll definitely develop. It just depends how much game time he's gonna get and what their plan is with Rice. You know what I'm saying? Big up, obviously, whoever's on the Big Six Bands account. He goes, big up everyone in the chat. So big up, probably Casey or one of those guys. So big up the family there. Big up Mr. Link. He's also joined. He goes, 92 likes, 8 more, please. Yes, people, just under 200 people in the house. So make sure you guys are liking the video. We're 8 away from 100, and we obviously we're 125 likes is the total. So we're not too far away. So keep on smashing the like button. Make sure you hit the link that Cass has sent in as well. Make sure you hit that link. Cass, send that link again so I can pin it, please. By the way, bro. Send that.
Give me literally.
Yeah, that's right now.
Imagine no one's signing up to it. As we said, they don't want to come off of it. Crazy. No one wants to support.
No, that's for now. But yeah, well, that's because I haven't pinned it. So let me pin it and stuff. But yeah, big up everyone in the chat. As I said, big up Mr. Link, who's just arrived. You know what I'm saying? Big up Sene as well. Big up Z also as well. Big up James. You know what I'm saying? Andrew and everyone else, and Harry and Gino and so many more enjoying the stream. We're gonna move on from Onana. In fact, yeah, let me ask one more question. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with another question for the chat. So guys, everyone in the chat, stop what you're doing and give me this specific answer. I was only able to give you 3 options on the poll. So I want you guys to type your answer for this one. How much would you pay for Onana if you were to go and get him right now? What would you pay for him? How much would you value? How much would you pay for him? Pretty much the same thing. Let me know. Just give me a number, 60 mil, 50 mil, 30 mil, 100 mil. Let me know what your valuation is of the player at this moment in time. And while you do that, we're going to move on to the last player, the last topic we want to talk about. And it's someone who, you know, someone who...
That one. The one that Welcome doesn't like?
Yeah, the one that welcomed us. The one who got called PNP. P and what?
PNP?
P and what? You know what I'm saying? Kaisenko Summerville, I think I've said his name right. Summerville from Leeds, of course, played in the Premier League. Had a really good season, I believe, 22 goals in the Championship or in all comps. I'll double check what the numbers actually are. But he's had a very good season with Leeds. It's looking like he's probably likely to walk out the door. Chelsea, Villa, and Liverpool have all been linked with the player. Guys, thoughts of Summerville? A player who's kind of hit the ground running. I think his trajectory was kind of like this, and he's kind of, he's found his feet. He's found his feet, and he is.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah, why Welks doesn't rate him, and something you don't rate him. I don't understand it. I don't understand it personally. We're talking about someone that's like being breaded into English football already, Premier League. Like if I can get out some of his stats if you want in it. Like we're talking about a struggling Leeds of last season, right?
Oh yeah, Mr. Link wants Archie Gray. We'll talk Archie Gray's for another. That's Archie Gray's for another stream. But big up Mr. Link. He goes, I don't want Summerville unless we can get Archie. Archie's he's broken in it. Man's 18, like that.
When you're deep in like the guy like in a struggling Leeds, yeah. In let's just say in the league, I know you got 4 goals and 2 assists, and I know it wasn't great then at that point, but that's like an adaptation to the league. I would say, right, for someone that costs about 20 million, he's a left winger. Low center of gravity and all this kind of stuff. It's a shrewd signing. The thing is, he's like, people need to understand as well at the same time. The guy's got 21 goals overall this year, 21 goals and 10 assists. One was in the FA Cup, one assist in the FA Cup as well. And he played 2 matches, 41 minutes, bear in mind. So he must have been injured around them. So I'm just saying, like, in a championship, it's as a winger, it's hard to get pretty much 20 goals. Let alone 10 assists, 9 assists. Like, I think that could be easy as a left winger, but the goal part, when you talk about Liverpool's issue is never
similar to Amari Hutchinson's season, isn't it, really? And what he's doing.
I think with Liverpool right now, it's not goals that you worry, it's the moments that you miss. Like, them clutch moments in front of goal. You look at Diaz and you start slaying it because you can't put it past the keeper, right? You look at the option past Diaz, who's going to go on your left wing. You look at Nunes, some like him, some don't. Is he your cup of tea? Probably not. Is he going to create for your striker? Probably not. Sometimes he has something in the bag, though, I'll be real. But is he going to be that guy to start off as your left wing? No. Who else is going to say left wing? Cody Gakpo. Come on, man. There's a reason why I call him Cody Gakpo as in general. So on that notice, someone who's a low center of gravity that can play against low blocks when you've got most of the ball, you're pressing them. His work rate's through the roof, by the way. Because you can't play in a Daniel Farke team and not have work rate. And that's why I say for like 20 odd million, 25 million, I think it's good business. He might even be a starter. He might be second choice to Diaz if Diaz don't leave. But we're talking about athletic players here. Speed. Something that I think the Prem lacks. And a finisher.
But this is my point. Bro, this is my point. I feel like he's not, I don't think, by the way, he's not better than Diaz. He's not better than Diaz. However, if Diaz has to walk out the window, like, listen, I'm not saying Summerville's my first choice, but I don't think this is not a bro. Man, are saying 25 M's in that. Bring him, bro. Bring it, bro. 25 M's is nothing, bro. It's nothing. For a player with a lot of potential, if Diaz walks out the door, bro, you could still get another left winger and get Summerville, by the way. I don't know why. Yeah. I think people are looking at this as people are looking at this as a be-all and end-all signing. Like it's he's the left winger you're gonna get, and that's what you're gonna stick to. That's not the case. I think if we're looking at Arne Slot's, he likes technical, slow center grabber wingers. That's why Calvin Stengs went centre mid, because he ain't got that, and he ain't got the speed to do it. Summerville is, look, again, as I said before, he's like 22 years of age. Probably needs a better coach. Arne Slot's a better coach than Daniel Farke. Playing with better players makes you ultimately play better as well. He's an issue. The guy is an issue. But I'm not going to say he's going to be the best thing since sliced bread. But to put him in a good environment, yeah, I would say so. He's got 2 years left on his deal. It's, again, you probably want Summerville, and then you're already looking at Kudus. That's one option. You're clearly looking at a right winger to succeed Salah, right? Kudus, Summerville in your attack. What you got is creativity
from one side at least more time. You've got people that have got an eye for goal. Bro's got Michael is trying to reel it back, really reel it back, and this is why you're linked with people like Edison. You're trying to press man out. He clearly knows what the vision he wants, and Feyenoord are very much pressing team. Go look at their pressing stats, brazy. Yeah, so that's what you're going to expect. So if you want to look at that 4-2-3-1 that Michael Edwards changed into a 4-3-3 and went with that idea, because that's the idea of Liverpool. That's what he knows. So you need athletic, working hard players, and that's not a Liverpool I want to see ever again. Kudus works hard in the West Ham team.
Very
exactly. You might not even need a number 9 because guess what? Number 9s these days are dog shit. I wouldn't even be surprised if next season you end up going for someone like Isaac. Because he ain't going nowhere this year. He ain't going nowhere this year.
I don't think Isak stays, bro, if I'm honest.
No, I think he stays. If they're going to let Bruno Guimaraes go, there's no way in hell they're budging for someone like Isak. And by that time, you'll have 2 years left in his deal, so there'll be room for a good business. I'm just saying it could be something. It could be something. I think Liverpool fans, you're not expecting to win nothing next year, are you? Maybe a domestic trophy, maybe do quite well in the champs at some point, maybe push for the Prem, obviously at some point, but not quite get there. If you're talking about a building phase, it's not bad. It's not a bad place to start, is it? When you're really deep in it, like getting it properly sorted. You've got too many different type of profile players that probably don't suit. That's where it went wrong. That's where it's gone kind of wrong for Liverpool, ultimately.
I hear it. Go on.
I'm hating, man.
I'll be real. I think, bro, for 25 mil, I think that's a steal, G. I think that's an absolute steal. As well, because these are getting promoted. I'm looking at them thinking, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Pierre, you want to come over here? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, why not? Let's read some of the comments. James says Summerville never turned up in the biggest game of the season versus Southampton. Maybe it was too much.
Yeah, but a lot of them didn't either. At the same time, Arch Gray never turned up. So actually, to be fair, Southampton, they other than me and Daps watched it. Yeah, the first 15 minutes over Leeds tried to counter. That whole team was shit. And oh yeah, by the way, no, sorry, Leeds didn't get promoted. So apparently his fee's gone down. I think it's 20 million. I think if they got promoted, it was going to rise. So
I reckon they probably could have even gone up to 40 around that if they.
It would have. They would have because Shrewsbury Hall now all of a sudden costs 40 million, not 25 million.
Yeah,
I want Shrewsbury Hall so bad. Him, Archie Gray, Wharton. There's a couple white ballers coming through, man. These IC1s with some technical ability is crazy. Like, crazy. They're coming through, man. Man United to get one of them.
So let's ask the question. You lot, how much do you value Summerville at? How much do you guys and while you do tell us how much you value Summerville at, guys, 200 people in the house right now and 106 likes. So again, 125 likes is the total. Let's make sure we get there. I think it's about 16, 17 likes to go, 18 likes to go, I believe, from the likes. I can still see them rising now. So make sure you do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and all that good stuff. Remember, we've been speaking about Enzo Maresca. We've also been talking about Onana as well. Mascara.
You really don't want to say Molester, innit?
No, Molester's. Listen, Molester's.
You said it now. Nah, it's done.
That was crazy. Innit? That's a little bit crazy. Innit? That is crazy. I just want to know how 40 to 50 mil, 25 mil is still 35 million. Yep, JD saying 35 mil, 25 mil, 30 lead situation. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So now I'm gonna ask. Now, chat. I'm asking the next question.
Go on.
Are you man taking Summerville? Yes or no? Are you taking Summerville? If the price is 30 mil, are you taking Summerville? Yes or no? Let me know, because my answer is yes, isn't it? My answer is yes, because I can, bro. If we sign Summerville tomorrow and still,
if you get
and still sign Summerville, right?
If you get Summerville, then you know a dinger for you.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. No, that's a different question. If man offered me a dinger, I'm taking a dinger, bro. I'll be honest. I'm taking tomorrow, bro. A dinger and Kudus. Dinger and Kudus, blood. Are you mad? I've got 2 Sadio Manes.
Yeah, you know what?
It
sounds mad, yeah. But if you get Summerville, I'm not joking. He gets 12 goals minimum in Prem, minimum. That's how much I like the. That's how much I like the player.
If he plays regularly, I think
Yeah,
Gakpo is going to be the starting. I think Gakpo will probably be the left winger in.
He might do because you're thinking of the Dutch connection in a way, but at the same time, he might use. But at the same time, when you think of Jimenez, I think of Gakpo a little bit because the hold up and the link up. I think Gakpo might be your starting striker next year. Fit
striker, boy.
False. It will play as like a false. I reckon he will put into a false nine.
I think the false nine thing is outdated with him. He needs to play left wing, bro.
Well, you're saying Dutch, but some of them Dutch as well.
Like he deserves his run. He deserves his run.
So we all ban the Ten Hag. We all ban the Ten Hag here for the Dutch thing, but you're trying to run up Koopmeiners, Summerville, Gothenburg.
Thank you, Jay.
Gothenburg, whatever his name is from final.
Jota exists.
Yeah, but I know Jota exists, but Jota's more time in the hospital. So there you go.
But, yeah, look, see, everyone's saying, yeah, I'm taking. Everyone's saying, yeah, I'll take.
What's the dude? Gutra, I can't remember his name. Is the Donny? Yeah, Gothenburg, bro. Him. Another Dutch player. You might have turned into Dutch FC right now.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't really need to be Dutch FC. That's crazy. Dutch FC is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know, man. Kaz, would you say that he could start for Liverpool if Diaz stays, and he goes on a good run? Do you reckon he just starts for the club?
I don't know. You know, I think you know what it is. He probably needs to figure out who the best is. We'll see in preseason, innit? It depends on what players you get or how you want to line up. It's so hard at this point. Like, pause. It's difficult. It's difficult to kind of judge. It's difficult to judge. You know what I mean? Because like some of them might need some adaptation to the squad type B. Do you know what I mean? It might take some time. Don't know what kind of plays he's going to hit the ground running. We don't know.
No, it's true. It's true. Listen, I feel like this just to kind of segue into the end and stuff. I'm looking at this now, bro, and I'm thinking if Summerville does sign, I do think it could be writing on the wall for maybe a Diaz. It could be writing on the wall, even though it could be in it.
Where can you see him going though? Where can you see Diaz going? Like deep it, like Barcelona? Do you think Barcelona can afford the price that you're asking for?
No, probably not. In it, probably not.
Unless they sell someone like Araujo who's linked with Villa right now for a good price, then maybe they can work outside to go and get Diaz. Yeah, if they want a Diaz.
It's weird because everyone's gonna have to adapt to this new style, so it's almost like a blank slate.
Yeah,
everyone.
true.
Like, how about this? Man that we thought weren't gonna be good might just suit them to a T. Or man that were falling out might just turn shit. You might see man leaving in January next year because it's just not for them, or in next summer. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot could happen. So I think attacking wise, he says I'll take Diaz at United.
Right now, because we're lacking that kind of profile, yeah, bro. Because we're in a certain kind of phase. I hear what you're saying, innit? We want people that could drive at the pitch and probably supply for someone like Højlund or whoever another striker comes in. It makes sense. Like Diaz is good at creating, but right now it's just I'd rather Elise, innit? That's what I'm putting all my eggs on Elise and whoever else comes in. Like as an option, I don't think Diaz is bad as an option. I think you Liverpool fans that don't like him, I don't know why there's such a dislike on Diaz. I know he can't finish.
That's not me. I think Diaz actually alright.
I like that sort of player. Like there's more expectation on probably on a striker to do a lot better, and probably one of the central midfielders. Like the reason why I'll take Diaz more time, is because
bro, man's not been here all stream and just goes, no, but Muds, I'm fucking hot, blood. I said, fuck this, I'm fucking hot.
I hold that one, Asad. You remember you're trying to run your mouth up? You're trying to run your mouth up before.
Hey, large up,
Asad was running his gums, man. What a nass, man.
Bro, I know Asad slept with his fist like
I seen that copy goal went in, man. He was clenching his fist, man.
Oh, cool. All right, Ryan, pick up Ray. Ryan goes, if we get Summerville, I'm Edwards out. Ross. 3 years since we got Konate. A sad day for our club. Also, never compare KDB to Gerrard ever again. Stevie. is clear.
How? It's got way more prems.
Damn.
It's got way more. And
I'll be real. I'm more focused on the Edwards out thing, like.
No, but we already know what Ryan's like. He will change his mind soon. Soon you start winning.
We saying Summerville, Kudus, Edison, Euro, 8 Nori, Eddie. That's crazy. That's
see, all I see there more time is athletic players. Like I wouldn't say Summerville's like is it low center gravity.
8 Nori's a bad man though. 8 Nori's a bad man.
But I didn't say that. I said
he's like mad athletic though.
No. Yeah, yes, he is, bro. He's long, like roadrunner.
When I say
athletic, like pace and a little bit of power, like in his run.
Don't you look at Nori as more of a tech man though? Because I think he's just
he's a tech man, but he can get
low
like
that,
he is. He's deceptively quick, That's
why. Yeah. When he gets into stride, he is quite quick.
But I look at certain players or a certain height, certain type of natural body build kind of thing, and I just look at them profiles, bar Summerville because he's low center gravity and all that, and I just look at guys that can just get up and down the pitch quick. That's the way I look at it. Mental. Euro's the same way. Edison's the same way. There's another name in there probably as well, but yeah.
No, I hear it. Big up Ryan with another super chat. He says, hope you're well, right, by the way. Hope you're well. Aside from football. He goes, Kaz taking another L. Diaz and Nunes are both absolutely useless. Both having shocking decision-making and end product. Them two, Konate and Sobo, are useless.
Well, I would say that's a 16 out of 10 take then, isn't it, Ryan? I'll be real. That's got nothing to do with Summerville, my G.
I mean, boy, I don't know. I'm not going to lie in it. I think with the Diaz thing, and maybe because you might agree with me on this, with the Diaz thing, everyone talks about how they hate numbers. Remember, you know how the consistent, we hate numbers, man. We hate just the GA wingers. You're just the GA guy. How many times have we heard that now? You're just the GA guy. What about the eye test? For me, Diaz passes the eye test with flying colors, but doesn't provide the GA like that. But so it's like, which one do you want? Because if you have both, you have fucking Messi. If you have Hazard, if you have both. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole passing the eye test and having loads of GA, that makes you're up there. You're up there now if you have that. Do you know how rare it is? Do you know how hard it is to have both? To ask a man to have both. And bro, everyone talks about where the old school wingers gone. Where the old school wingers gone. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Where bro, Diaz does all that, man. I think on the ball and what Diaz offers, he offers a lot off the ball and on the ball. But his end product is poo. Like it's poo. Like it is stinky. So it's one of those ones where, like, not
fair enough.
Says Saka has both. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little bit of something. But yeah, bro, it's the thing is, it's people just don't know when they want what they want in it. I think people don't know what they want. Do you want your test or do you want a winger who's gonna take their man on and be really tricky and all of that stuff? You know what I'm saying? If he plays like Doku and Diaz, he's an epileptic dribbler. But if he plays like I don't know, Salah, I personally think Salah has both, but just take general consensus. If he plays like Salah, he's just a GA guy.
I don't know. I don't understand why people look at Salah as a GA guy sometimes. Like,
obviously Salah's maybe not the best example in it, but you know what I mean. Like you either want someone who just gets numbers, or if he just gets numbers, he's crap and he doesn't offer anything else. Or if he's like Diaz or he's an epileptic dribbler, I don't know. Big up Mr. Link. He goes 16 out of 10. What for? Ryan, you are the most reactionary. Big up Mr. Link as well. Listen, you lot.
I got to plug. It's in the pin, yeah. So I see Assad in here. These are names. I'm gonna name you right now. Mustafa would know if he's in here. Mustafa, Barani, big up him. Like man like Andrew, Jay, Ridwan. I see obviously Tom as well in there. Big up Tom Goldsworthy. He's a Rudy Ed. Mr. Link, certified, even Z. Bro, if you want to see us do watch longs, in the pinned, click the pinned in the pin. Is it still in the pinned ones?
Yeah, still there.
Bro, it's a quick 2 seconds. Like, and the thing is, it's an easy way to notify you, man, that we're doing a watch along. You're gonna see me lose my head. You might even see once come around sometimes and lose his head at certain points. It's gonna be like that's me and that's with it together at times. City games, if he's there, Man United games. We're just trying to create more awareness for it. It's actually a sick watch long program. It's better than YouTube for doing watch longs. You could just come in. It's
Timo Werner staying.
who cares, man? Who cares?
Sorry.
Who cares? We'll be doing we'll be doing Euros, we're doing England games because I'm not gonna lie, unless it's a big game with England. When I tell you now, there's nothing more that probably frustrates me more than Man United and England under Southgate. Do you know what I mean? So people saw me on my head loss in the FA Cup and see me screaming and shouting and hugging this pillow like this one right here, this magnetic pillow. Yeah, man. Copa America, it depends if it's a big game. If it's a big game, I don't see why not. If people demand it, then yeah. If people want demand, but it's mainly going to be Man United, Man City games. Because obviously, let's deep it, you want to watch your favorite YouTubers who support their respective clubs when it comes to their teams. The referral code is CAS. Oh, no, not CAS. NAF. NAF. It's in the pinned. Referral code's NAF. I said, I didn't just cry. I cried after the second goal. On stream, ask Barani in the chat and a couple other man, I cried, bro. Like not cry, but like I was tearing up. Bro, it's in the moment, isn't it? It's in the moment. So yeah, man, make sure all you man do that. And we'll tell you on Big Six Bands or Never a Foul when we go live and stuff like that. It's just nearly at 100 members already, so sick.
Big up Lawazi. He says ranking our front five last season, Diaz is top 2. I agree.
What?
I agree. He's talking about this season. So the season just gone. That we just literally.
So who's number 1? Who's number 1?
Salah.
Who's number 2?
Diaz.
Really?
Yes.
I'd rather put Jota there, even though he's been injured.
No, hell no. Sorry, not for me.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Z, what do you mean? You said don't escape the conversation about the black Jumbo. Who's that?
Who?
Oh, Kanai, fam. Am I Kanai?
Yeah. Infusion. Don't do that. Ooh, like, bro, I thought that was like big news.
Oh, bro, no. It's big news because these man want him gone. These man want him gone. So now that he's staying, that means they ain't getting no left winger. That's the one. Yeah, man. Hold that one, by the way. Listen, you look, we are gonna end it there though. Big up everyone in the chat. We're still 5 likes up of 100. Bro, the like total today, the like goal was 125 likes, and we're actually sitting on 125.
Not even that much.
So close. I'm pretty sure 5 of you lot can make that happen, man. 5 of you lot can definitely make that happen. As we're closing out as well, because I know that this community, we reach our goals. We reach our milestones. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be more of a... Hey, I might need to get the root on the t-shirt. I'm not going to lie. Because do you reckon there's going to be a few more of those this season? A few more signings? There might be a few more of those moments. I don't know. Big up Ed goes ending with Ethan taking an L. This feels right. It feels right. 100%. It feels right. It feels right. It feels perfect, you know? And Ethan L, it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's great. We have hit 125 likes. Big up everyone as well. We will be seeing you. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing you guys all on Never a Foul at 8:30. Something.
Something like that. It's something like that.
So no, sorry, 7:30. 7:30.
Something like that.
Yeah, 7:30, and then we'll be live at 8:30 with the man them. Yes, guys, Kiers will be here. The trophyless Kiers will be here. Corey and Kiers will have their one. You know, I'm there one-on-one.
Hey, look at Assad, man. Molesters, tricky blues, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. Assad, don't get me wrong. You see your Lash Tech in charge. Don't let him fuck up. Yeah, we already have the image ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go. I didn't have to apply this one to Chelsea, but just look at that one. I wrote, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you look. It's another episode of Big Six Bands. Make sure you hit the link, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care. We love you. We're back. Me and Cass, transfer news is going to be happening every damn day until you are sick and tired of us. Take care, bro.